Hello, 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 Connor, hello. Greco, resubbing for 12 months. Hello, Josh, hello, Julian, hello, Haran, hello. Greco, hello. I went to set my tooling, admittedly 5 minutes before I was going to start streaming because I thought, oh, oh, what could go wrong? Turns out Clang D has decided to not. So unless we want a stream with miserable red lines like I'm programming Lua, I'm just trying to fix that at the moment. Oh, okay, fine, we're back. I don't know what happened there. It was a little bit touch and go, but I think we're okay. Just check this blends. I'm useless without Clang D. Christopher, well, I'm glad you're here. Like, oh, maybe pick up something. Maybe you won't. Doesn't matter. I'm glad you're here. Uh-oh. I failed to configure my project. What is going on? Well, I'll do a quick update on where we are with the game, and I basically aggressively went through the to-do list and didn't a lot of stuff that I thought I'm just not going to get done because I kind of do want to make sure this has got an end date and a wrap up. It's not going to be very good like the game, but it'll be what is going on. So I know this is teeny weeny text. I think wine is having a funny 5 minutes. Oh dear. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, I think we'll just so for full disclosure, I have been playing around with building my own version of wine because I wanted to mess around with some stuff, and I'm worried I might have accidentally hosed the system one. Sudo apt. Is it apt? Is it reinstall? We'll have to switch to Clang CL right at the end. So like I can do like wine, but if I do wine version, oh, I think we're back. Wine CFG. Oh no. Oh no. This is gonna be a very short stream. Sudo apt remove wine. Sudo apt install wine. Wine CFG. Oh, this is not good. I cannot build without this because if I just do cl.exe. All right, let's take a step back. So let's just check it's not like a weird fish thing. So wine's there. Which wine is there? How do you set the wine wine directory? There's like a magical. You need to export something, don't you? What is it? I literally had it up earlier because I was looking at it. Wine prefix. Yeah, thank you. Export wine prefix equals wine slash game wine CFG. Okay. This is looking a little better. This is right. That's promising. Okay. Okay, right. I think we're back in business. Tmux. Make config. Ooh. Right. Make run. Let's just see if it runs and builds. I was building something with just Clang earlier, and it's so much faster than using CL through Wine. So I think... Oh, I forgot about this. Oh, we need to finish... Okay. So for all your viewing pleasure, there's probably only you can see the top right because my OBS doesn't like switching between full screen and partial screen. Cool. Are we still not doing right? Okay, fine. Okay, right, that should work. Right, okay, back to business. So what I wanted to do was, after faffing around, was okay. So I created this back burner, which basically means is a graveyard of broken dreams that I'll never do, and I've basically moved quite a lot of stuff to that. So we're going to finish off handling the full screen. We should be able to toggle between it with a key press from the pause menu. So you should be able to pause it and toggle full screen. I then need to try a release build because I've never done one before, and I'll play around with that. I need to do some system info for logging, just in case anyone does have an issue. I still think I'm denied about this, but I think it'll be fun and it won't take up too much long, and we will definitely need it for the next project. So I'm kind of, to be honest now, I'm kind of just doing stuff in service to the next project for a certain extent. Someone subscribed with Prime, thank you very much. It's not popped up on my thing. Morgan, yep, thank you very much. Config options. So I think it's kind of like a simple key value text file, which the game launches with, which basically says like what the resolution is and whether it's full screen or not, and then you can change it through that. Yes, exactly. I expect the next project to be slightly bigger. I'm hoping it will be, and I want to get it so people can start to. I want to be able to release the code and get people using it sooner. I waited quite late in this to get people kind of on board, so this is going to be super important, and it's a bit of fun to do. Config options, we're just going to load it from disk. It's fine. So I've taken out packaging the resources and saving the game. Like just get good and do all the levels in one go. Then we're going to do some levels, spend like a stream or two on this, and then it's kind of done. Like I'm really hoping to get this wrapped up by the end of the month. I would like to, my goal, I would really like to start the next project in December, but January at the absolute latest. So this is where we're at. I hope we were kind of like okay with that. Maybe it's slightly smaller scope than I maybe alluded to, but I would still consider this a reasonably complete game with a lot of the bits in it. But yeah, I'm kind of itching to do something a bit different. And that's not to say at the end of the next project I'll be in exactly the same position. I mean, the problem with Arch, right, is that like nothing works, right? I want my drivers to work. And remember, this is just WSL, right? So I've still got Windows. I've still got the good old reliable Windows 11 underneath all this. Yeah, exactly. I would consider it a game, right? A full contained game, and it might not work on everyone's machine. and that's fine, but I want version 1 to be kind of done, dusted. I might take like a week off to plan the next project and do some of the preamble stuff, and then I want to basically jump straight back. I want to get back and do some graphics programming. Anyway, enough of me prattling around about what I might do. Let's actually do some stuff. So we need to go to Window. So we basically started off last stream with this. The idea being that you could set the window mode, but at the moment it just sets it to full screen and there's no toggle ability. So now that full screen kind of works, I think we need to toggle this. So I think first thing we need to probably do is actually go back to, oh my god, game. Turn this back to 1920 by 1080 so we can kind of move between the windowed mode and that. I just prefer deving. I prefer, like, I'm more than happy with Windows for my Windows to be my daily driver. Like all my shit works on Windows. It's absolutely fine. But I prefer the Linux developer environment. So with WSL, I basically have the best of both worlds. But I am tempted to try Clang CL for the next project and just effectively kind of build everything like that rather than through Wine. Morgan, glad you're enjoying it. Thank you for coming on to the live stream. It's a slightly different pace to the videos, I guess, and slightly different style of content, but hopefully you'll find it enjoyable. I think the postmortem might just come naturally through the next project as we kind of cherry pick the bits over that we like, and then, or I like, and rewrite the bits I didn't like. I think, and then we can just always call back to like, oh, we did this in the last stream, and this is why I'm changing it. I had some code for this. Give me a second. We were basically following the Raymond Chen way of doing this, which was this code snippet here, but I've just sort of changed it a little bit. But I think basically what we want is, so we get the current style, and then if the current style and overlapped window, right? So if it's in overlapped, i.e. it's got a title bar, then we will do this, else we will revert it. So we kind of got this so far. Actually, do I wonder if we need this? I'm actually wondering. This formulation here isn't going to work for us because this is toggle, whereas I'm saying set. So I'm actually tempted. What's the API here? Because basically, if you actually no, I think this is easy. If current style, right, then if mode is equal to window mode windowed, right, then we can just return. They return. But we're already in that mode. There's nothing else to do because we're going to swap it over. Else, and then we can just do this here. There might be a slightly better way of formulating it, but I don't think that's too bad. So if we're already in full screen, don't do anything. Yeah, got there in the end. Okay, and then for this, I think I need to just do ensure set window long window GUL style, and then I do current style, but I set in the was overlapped. Doesn't equal 0. Failed to set window style. And then ensure set window placement window, and then this is I've got some sort of static nonsense up here. Whoop prev, one of my favorites. Doesn't equal 0. Failed to set window placement. And then finally, oh, why have I not got a... Oh no, is my Clang D not working? Have I got autocomplete, but I don't have... Oh, doesn't it not work in this file anyway? No, it just... Sorry, it's got the internal sadness of this file. Yes, the elusive window X .header. I ummed and ahed about switching to work because I built a new PC. Well, I got a new PC a couple of months ago, and I super ummed and ahed about just going full on Linux on it. And basically, the things that kept me were the fact that apparently OBS has some issues. Again, I don't have experience of that, but there was enough people complaining about it. Photoshop. Apparently DaVinci has some real issues, and getting Stream Deck to work is a bit of a pain. It relies on the sort of the good nature of sort of one person on GitHub to keep it alive. So I was like, those are all things I couldn't do without. So what's the point? Ensure set window pause window null pointer 0 0 0 0, and then swap no move. We'll have one of those, and we'll have a swap no size, and then we'll have a swap no Zorda, then we'll have a swap no owner Zorda, and then we'll have a swap frame changed. 0 failed to set window pause. I think that's all we need. Don't need any skeletons anymore. Have I got a scoop again? Always got a scoop. Yeah, so it's just like, I'm sure I could. Oh dear, we went bang. Why did we go bang? Inverse. Ooh, interesting. We had this before, and I thought I fixed it. Yeah. Thanks, I guess. Very strange comment, but thank you. We had this issue before, so this comes from Hang on. Right, let me try it again. I didn't have my Z. Nope. It's going to lock the screen there. That's better. Okay, so renderer 346. Oh, this is such a pain. This I absolutely regret doing full screen, but here we are. I'm kind of committed because I'm going to need it for the next game. Okay, so it's back down to this. So why does it not like? This came down to the initial frame buffer being the wrong size. Because isn't window width now calculated? Wait, I thought we fixed this. I thought this was the whole thing we fixed. Because this will get the size of the screen. That is the size of the window. Because I want to stretch. We had this before. I had a 1080p. Could we get client rect? Okay. I will just. Nope, wrong one. Get monitor info, isn't it? See, I do it to get monitor info. I definitely remember I observed this working, right? As in, we could have a 1080p stretched over the full screen, and that was because I'm going to get render dock up. Life's too short. Oh, if this will even work for me, actually, because it might bomb out before it gets there. We'll see. Game. Let's. Yeah, okay, fine. It's not gonna work for me. Let's have a think. Okay, fine. So the issue is that it doesn't like this call because I'm trying to write a the sizes don't match. So let's you could just, for the sake of argument, just see what that does. Because the issue I have with I will answer that in a second. It's just to do my streaming setup. I have a 4K screen, right? So what I actually use OBS to show is the top right hand corner of this. Is on my screen the sort of 1080p top right hand corner. Then I have all like loads of other stuff set up around to kind of help me drive this. So I've got OBS, I've got RenderDoc, I've got the chat window, I've got some notes and stuff like that. So what I really want to do is, by and large, I normally only show the game in the 1080p window that fits pretty much exactly this slot, but for full screen, like I want to make it bigger. But when we're able to check, I can toggle between the two, and I don't think you can have a 4K resolution in a 1080p window. From MS, you want to get window or client rect, really. Egg, hello. Oh yeah, sorry, have I got a syntax error somewhere? In window. Oh. Well, actually, I do have multiple monitors as well. I do have a tiny little USB-C one that just has the chat window off to the side below the screen, but I still have lots of other stuff around. Also, I'll tell you what the main problem is, and maybe I'm interested in people's opinion on this because I'm happy to consider changing it for the next. Okay, so that's there, but not what you want. So why is that not rendering to a bigger? I need to capture that. So okay, the other thing, right, is, and I'm interested in people's opinion on this, I think having a 1080p here with text is quite readable to people. I'd be concerned that if I made this full screen with 4K, I don't know, it just feels like there'd be a lot of text on the screen, and I feel like it'd be maybe harder to read unless I made it really like jumbo size. Thoughts, feelings? I'm happy to give streaming a go on the full screen because I could probably move most bits and pieces I need off to the second monitor. I guess we could try it and see. But I feel like this is kind of nice, compact, it's easy to read. I've got a bit of room to maneuver. So, yeah, I've got to kind of think about the streaming experience. Yeah, exactly. So I'm probably going to stick with this and see how we go. But anyway, that doesn't solve the problem I'm trying to solve now, which is... right, let me launch this. Sorry, there's going to be a lot of black screens for people today as I try and get this sorted. I just want to be able to toggle it. Once it's toggleable, I feel like I can kind of cross this off. Math hard on Sunday. Why did that crash? What have I changed? All right, from the game directory with the build. Why is that? Gremlins today. That just, so it just dies in rendered. I know why. Got to build it without font rendering. I'm tempted to redo all the font rendering next time to use free type or something like that, so we don't have this issue. Although I probably won't be using RenderDoc, so might still be able to keep my horrific font rendering code. But this should be faster as well. I want this. Always showing source code. That's the game. There's also the issue that we had incorrect MSAA samples with the back buffer. That was a thing that I didn't know I had to care about. I think, yeah. I might try Clang CL, see if we can get slightly smoother deving experience. This has been fun and an interesting experience, but I was building like 600 translation units in Clang earlier in like no time at all.
Yeah, you did a really good job. It's just why you. Yeah.
Capture that. Right, let's have a look what we're doing with, because I could have sworn we had this solved this last time. Okay, fine. So we render here to a 1920 by 1080 MSX1 buffer. So that's fine. That does all the things. And then the final countdown is this. Interest. Yeah, that's fine. It's still MS2X though, which is strange to me. Did we not fix this? Because the back buffer definitely has. Like, it's definitely got 0 samples. Sampling is enabled on the back buffer. I'm sure we did all this before. I can't remember what the result was. Because don't you have to have it enabled on the back buffer for the other frame buffers to be able to have it? Okay. Interesting. So let's try this. How strange and somewhat frustrating. Not really how I would spend my Sunday, but then I say that every Sunday, and yet here we are. Okay, there you go. Boom, done. That was weird. I don't know why that had changed. Okay, so now I need to be able to test toggling it. So where's the pause screen handled from? I think is it level routine? Yeah, here we go. Ugh, what a hot mess of key press logic. Let's add some more. So if event key equals key dot, I don't know, F. Let's do F1. I'm going to accidentally hit that. And event dot state equals key state. Sure, let's do it instantaneously. Down. Then, have I got access to the window and the wall? I do. Window. Bet it's const. Bet it's const. Const correctness gone mad. Set mode. Window mode. Oh. I need a toggle, don't I? Okay, fine. Const auto next mode equals window dot mode equals window mode full screen, then window mode, windowed, else windowed, mode. God, what a mess. Sure. I mean, what could possibly go wrong? Oh, water. My if you excuse the very literal pun, my white whale of graphics programming. I've never managed to make any decent looking water. Oh, I bet the constructor's going to need to change. Ooh, is it const all the way through though? You've got to start somewhere. I mean, that's where we all started, right? So it doesn't like you have to remember you're looking. The absolute mess that I'm making live is the result of over decades of experience. So like got to start somewhere. I just quit that. I didn't even start the game. I just quit. Done. Yes, I like Gestalt waves. It's easy for me to say. Gerstner waves. Right. Okay. Fine. So move around, and then I press that, and I do F1. Oh. Oh my! That. Why is everything leaning to the right? Oh, that makes me feel sick. What is up with that perspective? That's not me, right? Everything is like listing to the right. No, the whole thing's set to render at 1080p. If it's just the resolution. So, yes, you're right. I think so. Right, let me talk you through exactly what I'm thinking. So, when you create the window, let me just. Give me a second. Just give me. Right. So I'm asking for a 192 by 1080 window here, and this works if I start off in windowed mode, right? This works. Yeah, that's me. That's me after a few beers after the stream. So. Oh, what have I? No, what is? Okay, this. Yeah, it's to do with. It's definitely to do with the window sizing, isn't it? So I basically want to sack off this. Right, talk to me. What do I want to do? What do I want to do here? Do I want to do get monitor, get client rect? Because it's this basically that this is the thing that's changed that's then feeding through to the renderer. I think this is the thing that's changed. I'm afraid this is just how it's going to be today. You just have to get used to the flickering white. It's like I can't even control it. Oh yeah, you're right. Okay, fine. Right. Okay, fine. So window width. If mode equals window mode windowed, then return render width. Okay, let's do that. All right, this will work. Have I got the wrong mode? Sorry, it didn't work anyway. Yes. I think it should be mode anyway. Sorry, we'll get there in a minute. I'm a professional. Yes, yes, yes. We all make mistakes. Most of all me, myself. I might see if I can hook up my Stream Deck to with a button that changes the OBS scene to maybe go the full screen or something. So on the next game, like if we want to test full screen stuff, I have some sort of ability to toggle it. Okay, that looks better. So if I toggle that full screen, okay, that looks pretty good, and then nice, back to normal. Okie dokie, easy, nailed it. Full screen, done. Absolutely dunion rings. I'm going to keep it started off in windowed mode as well. So change starting mode to be better for debugging. Wow, just the whole justification there. It was the best of commits. It was the worst of commits. And this is basically just wow. Toggling? Changing of full screen mode. Cool. All right. Okay, let's, because I have I've never tried this in release mode. It's gonna be a full build, so we're gonna have to just play for time and chat amongst ourselves. But I'm gonna try let's do normal config. I think the thing I need to do with release build, there's a few other things I need to do in release build. So I need to disable the OpenGL debug layer, and I need to possibly disable the logging. I'm not quite sure. I'm just trying to think what needs doing in a release build, because it's not just trying to release. The whole point of this was to add extra options to toggle stuff. Have I put it in the back burner? Thank you. I've moved that silently off screen. Marks is closed. So for instance, log, at the moment we have all this. I kind of feel that this should not be there, but also I might hide behind an environment variable, because I might need to enable it, right? And then we've also got our config in file as well, so I can definitely kind of state in here whether I want this to be like whether it knows it's in a release build or not. Yeah, we could just make it a config option when we do that. This is like compile time config options. We could have runtime config options as well. The other one is, I guess, like, again, might need to make this. Might need to just. I might do release build after config options. I might push this down just because some of this stuff will be useful to toggle on, like not that. Oh Jesus, what have I done now? Let's set up debug, right? this I probably don't want running in a release build because it's expensive, or it's at least not free. I'm trying to think if there's anything else in a release build. Lazy Git, that's what I'm using. Okay, fine. I'm going to sack that off. And I'm going to do system info logging because that sounds like fun. So let's do E. Let's write some code. Let's write some. We've not written some new code in a while. Let's write some new code. So source. I'm going to have a much better project layout for the next one as well. Utils. System info. .h. And I want. Well, indeed, what a novel concept. I think it's largely just going to be a bunch of strings. And then I'm going to have something like struct system info. Right. What do we want? String. Right. OS version. Probably useful to have. The string. GPU. Right, ID, something to identify the GPU. That's right. Stud string GPU driver. Think we can get that? I'm not really sure what I can get. Let's have a look. Stud string memory. Just trying to, what would be useful if I was debugging? If someone said this crashed, like what would be useful to know? Oh, it's rebuild. See, exuberant tags. So basically, we're going to something like this, and then I'm just going to have a simple factory method, which is like auto system info, which returns the system info. Right, it's literally going to do all that is, and then we'll have a auto to string. Const system info. This call that info, so it's not a collision, and that'll return a string. This is just for, so the idea is basically the first thing we'll do is when the game starts up, we'll grab this and then we'll use this to serialize it and we'll stick it straight in the logs. Bish bash bosh. Interesting. Let's do the string OpenGL info. Like these can be quite generic. I just want someone to like shove them basically. Yes, I think we're going through system info and a few of the other Windows APIs to get all this. I think we'll just start at the top and work our way down. Okay, so that's going to be that, and then because of our custom formatter, we should be able to just slap this straight into the logs, which would be nice. Also, kind of unlike my, I guess, normal style of coding, I'm probably not going to use a lot of exceptions in this. Shock horror, because I basically want to populate as much info as I can. So I'm going to try each and fill them. So the contract to this is it doesn't have to return a full system info. It has to just return as much info as it can get, and we'll print it out. Rather than being sort of, I guess, slightly stricter in the post in the post conditions of like you either get a system info or you don't. This would be like, this is as much as I could get. I could technically make all these optional, but I think that might be a step too far, because again, we're just going to put in what we can into those strings and format them. System info. So we're going to do auto system info. And then just return that default constructed, and then this is going to be something like exactly, yeah. I'm not a massive fan of using like the empty state to indicate an error, especially if the empty state is valid. But in this case, I would consider like the empty. Well, and actually, therefore, I would in this case consider like the empty state valid, right? So I couldn't get that information. I'm just going to remember it's like that because for something that's going to be called once at the beginning of the code, it's not. I'm not that fussed if it's a slightly different sort of API. I probably should document it, but for next project, right? Include format, I guess. Const auto get oh, hang on, that's right. And then return the format. So we're going to do OS reflection. GPU ID, GPU driver, system. Oh, steady. GPU driver. OpenGL info, and then I can just do info dot get or empty info dot OS version 2, 3, 4, 5. Once I caught a fish alive. GPU ID, GPU driver, system memory, OpenGL info. Right, okay. Let's whack this into the CMake, and then I'll see what everyone's chatting in a second because I have not been paying attention. E source util CMake, and maybe got ST. Oh, thanks, Rand. Yeah, we can. We'll just we can discuss it at the next retrospective, and if we need to put it into the next planning poker, then that's I'm sure we can find time. We might have to deprioritize something else. Have I? Oh yeah, so good. I named it twice. Oh. Don't be holding at me now. Don't be holding at me now, wine. Still wrong. Okay, great, got that now. Right, build this. Update my terrible tooling. Stick this in. Where do I? Oh, where do I? Where do I? Oh, I'm stuck. I can smell toast. Where do I create the first log message with the like version? Is that all the way up in main? It is. Okay, fine. So this here can have starting game, and then we can do log info. And then it should be able to just do game system info. 24. I think I want to, I've been discussing this with AC a bit, try and figure out a better way of doing kind of like, I don't know, audience and chat integration, but starting off from the start in the next project. So if you have any ideas, feel free to throw them my way. But I know some of you have got a lot of bits or points or whatever the currency is to burn. Put charts. Put charts. Wow. Presumably, can you just wrap call stood format on put charts, or call that as an argument to it? I think you don't put S before there stood print ln. A lot of people would put S stood format. Okay, let's just see if this runs and what we get. Cool. Okay, nailed it. So, right, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna start at the top and work our way. Start at the top and work our way down. Okay. So, what's the first one? OS version. Windows 82. Get Windows version. Get version. Apparently there's a get version func. It's been so long since I've done this in Windows. I just want just like a string that represents roughly. What's this? What? Why does it return a deprecated D word? With the hang on, this is gonna be fun. This right with the release of Windows 8.1, the behavior of the get version API has changed, and the value it returned from the operating system version. The value returned by get version now depends on how the application is manifested. Outstanding. We'll use that, but I'm kind of curious to know just like what this means. If the function succeeds, the return value indicates the major and minor version, blah, blah, blah. The get version X function was developed because many existing applications error when examining the packed D word value by get version, transposing the major and minor versions. Okay, fine. Version helper. Which is the APIs are defined by the version helper, which includes this file can use. Well, I think Windows 11 is the one true version of Windows now, so I don't think we have to worry about that. Oh god, there's absolutely no way I'm writing all these out. You can get absolutely stuffed if you think I'm going to enumerate every single one asking for it. I want like a build number though. Like this is outrageous. Like I cannot believe. Yeah, I guess get version X because I kind of want the build number as well. Hang on. Windows 32. Get Windows build number. Get an OS build version for the Windows 32 API. Here we go. I want the build. Yeah, this is what I want. Use the RTL get version from the driver development kit. Grab the version number of a system DLL. Oh. To obtain the full version of the operating system, call the get file version info function on one of the system DLLs, then call ver query value. Oh, that sounds like fun. Let's do that. Let's do that. Have I got to like load library it? Okay, I need. Oh, look at this. This code is. This is some beautiful Windows code here. Look at this. Look at this. Gonna call the file version info. I need the file version info size XW. Got to call it twice. Classic Windows. I assume that's because one of these is a null pointer. And then ver query get value. Oh, and then oh, what is this? Support technique. Quick. Oh, could do some registry querying. We've not used the registry yet. Oh, actually, tempting. Oh, here you go. Let's get product info. Retrieves the product type of the operating system on the super chat. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Thank you very much. Very kind. I'm glad you're enjoying the work. Retrieve the product type for the This is like because I'm pretty sure like just LSB release or somewhere in proc it is on Linux. Retrieve the product type of the operating system on the local computer. Maps the type to the product type supported by the specified operating system. There's just so many words in that. To retrieve product, use the get version X. This doesn't really help me, right? This. I don't really want. No, I don't want that. I think I might just put out the registry. Just quick. Oh, before I leak my registry to everyone. That's where I put all my secrets. Okay, local key machine, software, Microsoft, Windows NT. Oh my goodness, there's a lot of crap in here. I don't have a Windows NT directory in that And then, so RTL get NT version number, that might be what I want. Let's have a look at that. Let's see if I can do this without leaking any more personal information. But I'm pretty sure I'm running Windows 11. It's the Windows version number, but it's just D words. I want it as a string. I want to be able to say, what I want to get, right, is Windows 10, 11, point whatever, build whatever. It's because it's the registered owner field. I feel like I'm not getting any close. I want it as a string, right? I did not think this was going to be this complicated. What was their other thing they said? Again, this all gets it as like rando numbers, and what I want. Unless I suppose we could just try calling this and then just seeing what that. I feel like we got to start something, right? So. Auto get, I'll just call it OS version. That string. Do I need to that get transitively included by Windows, or do I need to include a separate header for the RTL stuff? Oh, okay. RTL get NT. What header is that in? WDM.h. Nope. Yeah, it's true. They might not be exposed. I could DL open NTDLL and find it in there. How is it so hard to get just the Windows versions of string? Oh, it does DL import it. Okay, fine. I just feel like I'm now fighting around, not getting a lot of. Line version is not the best way for features. Yeah, okay, fine. I don't want any of that shit. OS version info X. What is this? I think I might just want to get version X and just see what pops out of that. I think that might be the simplest way. Let's try that. So let's do auto version info equals OS version OS info version, and then do error. Oh no, wait a minute. Oh no exceptions. I did say that, didn't I? Let's do if get version X version info doesn't equal 0. Why not get product info? Is that the newer one? Is that the one I discounted because I didn't like the look of it? But hang on, like, this is a bunch of. What are these inputs then? Because these are all inputs, right? So I think let's just see what we get out, right? Let's just turn std format. I pretty much just want to just dump this out. So let's do major version merge min build platform ID. service pack maj service pack min, and then I guess product type, and then we'll just version info dot major version info dot minor version info dot platform ID version info dot, oh hang on, I need XA apparently. So how do I get the, so this is in the XA one, but get version X just takes this. Oh, you got to put the size in, haven't you? That's what this is. Oh my goodness, what's going on? Okay, fine. Get version info XA. Then dot info size equals size of OS version XA. And then I guess you just like reinterpret cast this in as OS version info. Is it get XA? Yeah. It's deprecated. Sure, whatever. Maybe it's gonna let's call this. Oh, I'm not initializing all those. Right, okay. Hang on. Okay, fine. And then now I should have dot major version info dot minor version info dot product type. Okay. Which one am I missing? Major, minor, platform ID, service pack major. Six, 7. 1, 2. Oh, build. Thanks. Return empty string. I guess we could return unknown at the end of these, but I feel that's kind of muddying the waters a little bit, so I'd rather just recast it there. Okay, let's see if this will let me build it, because I'm worried if it's deprecated, it'd be like, can't call that. I'm just absolutely shocked at how complex this is. Hash pragma warning disable 4996 4996. I think that's what I want. default. Nailed it. Okay. And then this will be dot OS version equals OS version dot GPU ID equals that dot GPU driver equals that dot GPU nope done all the GPUs again. System memory equals that and dot OpenGL version equals that, and then we can just slowly replace those as we need to. We've had a 1200 line program on GitHub dedicated to getting the Windows version. Doesn't surprise me. I'm not looking at the registry again. Who knows what I might reveal? My credit card number's probably in there. So major 6 minor 2 build 9200. Sure. I just don't know if that's useful to me, because how do I translate that back into what is a real Windows version? Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to spend all stream fighting around with this. We could tweak it in the future. I'm just to get Windows version as a string. Surely. Contain a full version number. I don't want the version number. I want the version string. But I think that but I don't understand get product info, right? Because it's just numbers in and out, right? What this does is it boils it down to a enum, which represents, like, this is my Windows 10 IoT Core commercial. Do you know what I mean? What it does is it boils it down to this, but I don't know whether this. I would then have to have a massive switch statement, basically like, oh yeah, you've got Ox1C, it's Ultimate N. So, someone suggested the description field from the Win32 operating system class. But this is all com misery, isn't it? That's a I might be able to get it from WMI. I might be able to do a WMI query to get it. WMI get Windows version. Right, I'm gonna try. So I'm just going to check that I'm not leaking anything useful here. With the WMI query, the Windows whatever it is interface, I can get this. So how easy is it to do WMI queries from Win32? Query WMI. Windows Management Instrumentation. I like this kind of warning from Microsoft to properly query them, right? You must have a good understanding of WQL. I mean, assuming that's the something query language, but that's that, sure, okay. It's like, because of our terrible system, right, anything too complex may give you an error or unexpected results. Told me I was running XP. The thing is, though, is I suspect. No, I'm not going to Microsoft Ignite. That I might need the WMI for some of the other bits of information. So, right, I'm going to continue, right, for now, because, but if we need the WMI, then I'll go back and refactor this. So the next one is GPU ID. So this is like, I don't know, so I'm going to give you in my mind what I want, in my mind's eye, and then I'm going to basically see what the closest I can get to it. So for this, I want for mine to be something like NVIDIA 5060, right? I want, what are two, actually? Two I want, what I really want is this string here, right? NVIDIA GeForce RTX 5060 Ti. That's what I want. That's what I want back. So Win32 get GPU name. It's WMI, isn't it? So I think in my PowerShell window, yeah, okay, fine. I need to be able to run this query here, and that gives me exactly what I want. Will OpenGL give me the vendor and the hardware? OpenGL, see, get graphics card. You can get all the information for the OpenGL. Oh, vendor and renderer. Interesting. Okay, fine. Okay, let's give it a go. Can I use this before I've initialized anything though, and before I have an OpenGL context? This is going to be the real. Graphics / OpenGL. Auto. What do I call it? GPU ID. String. String. Okay. So I want to do const auto vendor equals gl get string gl vendor renderer. And actually don't I have a separate one for OpenGL info. Let's just try the vendor. I think I can just do. Can I cast it? What's it going to go back? A GLU by. Right. Okay. Fine. Reinterpret cast const char star vendor. So it's null terminated. Can't you get it out of K user info as well? Isn't it just mapped into the process somewhere? Oof, I can't run. But I can't run anything OpenGL related until I've set up an initial OpenGL context. Oh, what a pain. Yeah, K user shared data is probably in there. But again, probably just the numbers, right? Yeah, or you do some horrific manual pointer arithmetic because the struct is pretty known size. Like you could just manually get the offset of it. My camera's moved. what's our thoughts? What's our feelings? I could. I don't think I want to enable this because this would mean I probably would have had to have already constructed the window. And what I want is to literally the first thing dump some system info in case like what was the renderer like the window doesn't create. So actually, OpenGL info. I think I might just dump that from the window once it's constructed. So I might just get that. So I think I will go back through and try and figure out how to do WMI call from WindWAS. WMI query. Query WMI, right. How it is in C. C++. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's going to gross this. I could ask the Oracle. I reckon it'd probably give me a pretty good starting point. Yeah, I'll do renderer in the window thing. Right. Give me an example of how to execute this WMI query natively from C with Win32 API. Go. Let's go. Using the WMI com interface, such as the iWBM locator, the iWBM services, and the iEnumWBM class object. Oh, we're going deep today. I think I'm gonna roll the dice on this and see where we get to. I think what I will have to do though is move these out because I'm gonna need to do it. Right. I might actually move this into here. Only because I need to have the common initialized, and I've already done it there. I don't want to move that around because that seems fragile. So let's just take that. I don't mind doing that here because nothing. Oh, would have constructed the window. Fine. Okay, I will have to take it all back. I guess we just shove a little bit more in main. Yeah, it's going to be pretty horrific. I can't get. Hang on. Right, is there? Sorry, is there? Let me just check Discord. Just ban him. Hang on. Oh, he's gone. Someone's deleted it. Okay, right. Apologies. Okay. Was I like I need to check if this works, which means it really needs to be inside the catch. Right. Okay. Fine. Sorry, bit of a shuffle, a code shuffle. And then after that's done, I can now look at initializing that, which is fine. Get rid of that. Okay. Info. Okay. Terry, hello. Maro, hello. Thanks for the raid. Hello, hello, hello. Interesting time. I am battling miserable Win32 code. Okay, so I'm going to need some new headers, some exciting new headers. I'm going to need the WBEM, the WebEmIDL, the WebEmIDL. Okay, so sack that off. Okay, right, so we've done all that. So I'm going to want a iWebEm locator. Nope. And then ensure co-create instance of the CLSID WebEm locator, obviously, a 0, obviously, and then a CLSCTX in proc. Don't want to be sending this to someone else's process. Gonna keep it in my process. Don't be asking for someone else's. You don't want someone else's iWebEm locator. That's just rude. And then ID iWebEm locator. Oh god, I hate. God, com is such a pain. Reinterpret cast void star locator. Just make that a little cheeky void star. No, it's going to be void star, isn't it? 2-star programmer today. Doesn't ensure equals, is it NT success? No, what's the return value of co-create instance? Here, because this will take a double pointer to write to this pointer. This will set this pointer, right? So it has to pass it in as a pointer to that type. I don't think anyone kind of gets com. It's okay. Ensure equals S. Okay. Otherwise, failed. Oh, actually, didn't I say I was going to not do exceptions, didn't I? Right. If co-create instance equals this is this. Has anyone seen the do while false paradigm? This could be a useful case of do while false. Because I'm basically gonna have to make a whole bunch of stuff and exit out early if any of them don't work, which is basically a go-to, right? But I could do while false. So if this doesn't equal that, then break. And the idea is basically, it's basically just go to with extra steps, right? I'm just going to keep doing stuff until I get to the bottom, and then I'll either end up with the thing that I wanted, or I did, or I didn't. Why is it not like this? This is very much exactly as they've given it to me. This is just like that. I think ChatGPT might be having a bit of a nightmare here. There you go. Yeah. Okay, well, I can't trust any of the rest of this code now. We'll see what happens. Then I want WebM services. And then if locator, this code is 100% wrong. This, I can tell you now, this code is wrong because it's like, I think I can share this. It's like, go to the V table, right? Quacko, do you have that article with some sample code in? Oh, okay, perfect. Thanks. That's what I want. Okay, so co-initialize, blah, 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 co-create instance with locator in proc server, blah, 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 blah. And then, yeah, so now I want services and I want to connect server, obviously. Oh my goodness. Oh, not Bistra. Oh my goodness. Oh, we got all the heavy hitters today. Get that Bistra T out there. Oh, it's been a while since I've used Bistra. An iWebM locator is how you locate your WebMs through an interface. Bistra is like some weird Windows internal string. One of the many ways Windows represents strings. It's used quite a lot in COM code. Binary string, maybe. Oh, and then, oh, this is classic, right? Null, 0, null, 0, 0. I've actually run off the screen. And then reinterpret cast voice star at services. And if that doesn't equal S, okay. See, programming without exceptions is such a pain. Where's my Bistros T live? Is it ComDef? Yeah. So I can get the video card about OpenGL. However, the kind of ethos for this is that as soon as the game runs, I want to dump as much system information as possible in case it crashes. And I can't use OpenGL until I've fully constructed the window and set up the wiggle stuff and gone through all the OpenGL context. And if any of that fails, I won't know what they had on the machine that caused that to fail. So I have to really, really go around the houses in an attempt to try and get this before OpenGL kind of reapplies itself. Why do you not like that? What's wrong with my? I bet. I hate that. Oh, unless it's server. Actually, I probably don't even need the reinterpret cast. Actually, it's probably because actually gonna have the types. Right, there we go. Nailed it. I love null pointer, null pointer, 0, null, 0, 0. I love it. I could put some logging in here as well to figure out why these failed if it all goes wrong. So I've got the server, and now I think I need to write some RI primitives for a lot of these stuff as well. Yes, I've got it through comdef.h. That's just fun. I used to do Windows program like this like ages ago. This is fun. Right. If co set proxy, and I'm not even making this up. I need the co-set proxy blanket, not even making it up. Services. RPC. I bet it's a hash define. C. WinNT. Okay, so far so good. RPC. C. Auth Z. No, don't need any of that. Blanket, no security. There's so much typing in this, it's absolutely unbelievable. Oh my goodness. Like I can be bothered to type all that out. Yeah, okay, fine. Didn't think I could do that. Get all those. Because you've got to impersonate people under com. Can't be doing anything yourself. Indeed, yeah. Get your proxy blanket. It's not even a real blanket. It's the proxy for a blanket. It's outrageous. Right, so now I want an enum webem class object. Enumerator, apparently. And then if services exec query. All right, here we get into the good stuff. Bistra T WQL. I like how this doesn't have to be a wide string, but this does with the underscore. Yeah, sure. I'll roll with it. Yeah, well, I'm going to probably write some little wrappers around all this to free it all at the end to do it properly. I just want to get it working first. And then, this example is actually for the query I want, which is nice. Select all from Win32 video controller. Okay. Oh, there's some more flags. I need a webem flag. It's incredibly important we only go forwards in this. I don't know what it means to go backwards, but it's incredibly important. And also, what's equally important, some might say crucial to the whole functionality of this, is we return immediately. Although I'm a little bit concerned that I don't have this flag. Immediately. Then null pointer, and then enumerator, because that just gives us an enumerator to the results, right? Yeah, I'm going to abstract it all out and allow us to run arbitrary queries, and then we can do this for the version as well. That's kind of my plan. I'm hoping a lot of the system information we can then just get through this. Tell you, this is real Windows programming. Right, okay. So what I need now is obviously another iWebM class object. And then while enumerator, sure. Just while enumerator. If the enumerator next, because we always be enumerating, webem. Who came up with this API? It's absolutely outrageous. Webem infinite 1 obj. Oh, hang on. I need a long return. Doesn't equal s. Okay, then we'll just break from here. You're right. It does need to be long. Thanks. Quecco's following along at home. Oh my goodness. Yes, I know, I read that earlier. The WMI query language is a subset of the American National Standards Institute structured query language, ANSI SQL, with minor semantic changes. What are those minor semantic changes? Who knows, but they are minor. Okay, so now we're gonna be forever. Oh yeah, yes, I forgot about this. I forgot about to get the property out. You don't know what type it is, so it could be a big uppercase variant. Who knows? Because it could be. Who knows what type that result is? Could be a Bistra. Could be a number. Who knows? What is actually? If I got. What is this? What is this? It could be any of these types. Any of these types. It could even be a variant ball or a variant ball obsolete variant ball. So you gotta watch out for that. There's Bistra. There it is. There it is. Hoping I get a punk foul. And then if obj get caption 0. So basically in here, in this property, that does equal SOK, then I can, oh Christ, do I have somewhere the wide because it's going to come out as a Bistra, which I think in this case I think is a wide string. Where do I? I don't want to see that. So basically, I'm going to be able to do prop dot Bistra right? And we have to get it out as this. But this is a Bistra. I can't remember. I'm going to say 2. Bistra 2 and C. This is hilarious. This according to the Elite Power Poster, they're like, just slap it in to the stud string. No, what is I find that hard to believe that would work. Yeah, I think, maybe null terminated, but either way. Yeah, but I don't want a was string. I want a string, right? So somewhere I need to do multi-byte to wide. Where's text? Oh, I do have text widen. Oh, but I don't have text in shrinken. a little bit. I'm really regretting calling that text widen now, but oh well, here we are. There were many meetings to come up with this API. What you have to remember is, right, okay, as horrific as this was still probably the best one that they came up with. Just remember that this was the culmination of all the effort. Like, there were worse suggestions before this. Okay, so now I should be able to do. Someone said so. Const auto Woostra equals stud woostring prop dot Woostra value this string len prop dot Woostra value. And that should be round brackets, not square brackets. And now I should in theory, be able to return text narrow Woostra. And now text widen. If it's multi-byte to wide char, I think there's wide char to multi-byte. I think this is just a case of more Windows code. I think I want. I'm gonna have to look this up. I think it's wide byte to multi char. Wide char to multiple byte. Wide char to multi byte. I'm gonna need the code pages, which will be UTF-8. That's the same. I don't know what I need for the flags. Flags indicating the conversion type. There, the application server. Yeah, but what I need to figure out what the hell this is. Flags indicating conversion type. So I've got composite check, converts composite characters. It's only going to be ASCII, so I like under the hood or the wide version. I don't need to worry about all the crazy emoji combinations, the grave marks. I don't. What's the simple one? Here you go. Whatever. Just give me the best fit. Don't care. And then so this will then take the wide char in, so that'll be std data, and then wide char. What's wide char? Size in. Oh god, man, you have to get this one right. No, you're right. It's because I deleted it, and my neovim automatically cuts. Right, okay. So now I want pointer to the Unicode string to convert. Nailed it. Strdata. Go. The CC her wide char, the ch wide char, the ch wide char, size in characters of the string indicated by the char. Alternatively, this parameter can be set to -1 if the string is null terminated. If wide char is set to 0, the function fails. So I think I want to set this to the size. That's fine. Multi-byte pointer to buffer that receives null. That's fine. Size in bytes. If the value is 0, the function returns the required buffer size. Yep. Default char. LPU's default char. So I think these can be null pointer and null pointer. So num multi-chars. Failed to get string size for converting. Oh, I can't actually print it out because I've just got a standard normal string printout, so I guess just get rid of that. Thanks. So now my narrow-stra will be the Woostra of, so the non-Woostra of the multi-chars of that. This is a classic Windows API, by the way. You don't know how big the output's going to be, so you call it with a bunch of nulls and zeros, and it will tell you how big it would be if you had given it a buffer. You then create a buffer that size, and then you slap it in. So this should now be. We'll see no best fit chars, extra data, extra size. This now becomes narrow strata data and narrow strata size, and then null pointer, null pointer. Yeah, got it. Okay, and then extra. Failed to narrow string. Can't print it out. Yeah, so that's a mod Musa said there is a, I think it's the enum processors API in Win32 because it can't know how many processors it's going to be at the point you call it because it would have changed by the time you call it again. It basically just tells you whether the buffer you had given it is big enough at that point, and you basically have to keep in a loop doubling it in size until eventually you have enough size to give it. I can't with toString woosstring because that would have to call this, so wouldn't that be then recursive? Because the only way to narrow it is to call this. So if I had that, it'd just be like. Anyway, what was I? Right, this is absolutely not going to work. No, you don't need to. Well, in the instance I was talking about, you don't need to keep doubling it in size. You don't have to binary search it because eventually you would have just given it a buffer that is big enough for it to succeed, and it will succeed, and it will tell you how much that buffer it filled up, so you can just go and like lop the end off. Right. Oh, I want to see if I can get. Is that a linker error? Oh yeah, okay, fine. What am I needing? I think I need the Wabem UUI. I think I know what we'll be doing next stream. I was like, this will take like an hour at the end of a stream to do. We'll just go and query some Windows API calls, get some data, job done. Now I'm writing a bloody WMI query parser, which I'm obviously going to have to abstract into a proper thing with proper resource management because I can't help myself. Right, what do we think? I mean, I am shocked because I think then what I then need is I just need. So I just need the name. So did I get the caption? Oh, I feel like. Why is that cut off? Oh, it's going to iterate through them, isn't it? So what I actually need to do is auto ID equals the string, and then at this point I want to do ID plus equals and then at the end of this. Oh, I'm missing something there actually. I'm before hold the phone. Where's my miserable bookmark this? I need to, in order to successfully iterate it, I need to do obviously at the end of this variant clear. Clear that variant. I'm not sure. I'm not sure why because it's stack allocated, but sure. Yeah, I am absolutely sure. Oh God, I could put it in a vector and then join them together with the range. No, let's just build up the string. Look at that. Absolutely crushed it. There is no way that worked first time. There is no way that worked first time. Absolutely outrageous. What an absolute. I don't know. At this point, I'm just happy that I got that, which means we can now, because I will obviously build this into a small abstraction where we can just give it a query string, and it just works. Probably templated as well on the return type. We'll do that next time. That'll be a bit of fun. We'll build that out, and then we can get the proper Windows version, hopefully in build number. Okay, I think that's what I had. Let me just comment this up super quick, and then because what an absolute nightmare this has been. I really should rename this as well, but add text narrow function. I'm obviously not going to change it. Sure, you can send me the code. But I'm sure I can probably figure out the query though. Right. Add system info function. For cement that commit. So log system info on start for tag stream. Oh, okay, I have myself 89. Yeah, Discord is for links and such. Wow, what a wild ride that was. Oh, AC becoming a member right at the end. Thank you very much. Oh, actually, I have free gifts. Oh, wait. Indeed. Congratulations for a month's free premium access to the channel and the Discord room and all the other gubbins that goes with it. I did not put that in my synced chat though, which is a bit strange. Well, you'll have to divine it yourself. I think that's everyone. Nope, there's one more after that. We can all sit and watch together. Right. Okay. I am going to. Let's just see. Is raiding a thing today? Let's have a quick look. Let's have a quick look. Raid channel. Let's see if anyone doing C++ things. Maybe it's just a chair. There's some guy on day 19 of C++ and NeoVim. He's doing a game jam. I'll start that raid. Okay, whilst that is doing the things in the background, updates from me. So Wednesday we're back, and we will do. Well, we'll finish this off because I really want to wrap this up. I think it's kind of this is the more miserable side of Windows programming. If you've never done Windows programming, this is not a great intro to it. Com and Bistra is all a bit of a horror, and multi-byte to wide char and all that chuff. We'll build out a little bit of a better abstraction tomorrow. We'll clean up some of the stuff. I also don't particularly enjoy programming without exceptions, so it's not my favorite code in the world, but it is what it is. We'll get that fixed Wednesday, and then we'll just write a tiny little arbitrary WMI query class, which we can just create, and it might even just be a function. Actually, it might not need to be a class. Yeah, there's just a lot. It's just a lot of machinery to get me the name of the graphics card, and it's going to be a lot of machinery to get me the name of the operating system. And who knows what might pop out of it at the other end. I think we're really ready to move on. So I'd like to see this goes where I stop. Right. Other than that, I'm gonna hang around Discord for a bit. I'm gonna beer, and yeah, we'll do it all again soon. I'm just gonna wait for this raid to fire off, and then I will wrap everything up. But thanks for coming and hanging out with me. We're approaching the end. I can feel the end. I really think we might be done by the end of the month. I have raided. Apparently, I've raided. He's been here for 9 hours. That's insane. So this is a game jam. Cool. Right. I'll see you all anon.